Bigbossjock radio show. Listeners are encouraged to rise up, confront the U.S. government, get out there, kick off the revolution, be part of the solution, liberate the Confederate States of America, the Alamo, placed as the capital. Analyst assessment, episode 64. Video clip being assessed was posted by NBC News. Clip entitled, Watch Live. Trump participates in Immigration and Border Security Roundtable. Posted April 5, 2019. Airtime, 52 minutes, 2 seconds. Enter into the clip, 38 minutes, 54 seconds. Statement made, red dress. Never was placed a name. Might have been mentioned in the first minute, though now 37 minutes later was not given a name. Just allowed to speak. Nameless official. Stated, their city council stated they would not become a sanctuary city. Their city council stated they would not become a sanctuary city. Analyst assessment. Statement works as a backwards riddle. Due to who is there? Samuel, who is they? There with they? No names placed. Bill with Bob. Both traveled abroad. He tripped, was quite hurt, bloodied his shirt. Such an explanation of the injury description is not acceptable. Necessary is to name, specify who exactly tripped. If the injured is not first named, description inappropriately gets placed. Description spins in the mind. Listener goes into overdrive, attempts to attach, appropriate the description, assumes where to apply based on indoctrination, preconceived ideas due to the computer generation. Not knowing where, viewer needs to decide, does so based on bias. Perception is based upon the information planted along the way, lead up to the confusion. Technique allows for use, placement of false accusations. Listener left with a misallocation. After the fact explanation, damage already done, description been abstractly placed. After the fact explained, condition the listener accept falsehoods as truths. Due to been conditioned, accepted to inappropriately associate, applied the description when shouldn't have been appropriated. Analyst assessment, get ready to pick up the fiddle. 39 minutes. Red dress stated, because the legislature said no, we are going to become a sanctuary state. Analyst assessment. Am a California resident, wasn't aware place of residence considered is a sanctuary state. How does the California state legislature carry out legislation if a legislator states is different than legislated, should not been stated? Done to give the idea, passed is the legislation, approved, made law. California is considered legally a sanctuary state. Picked up the fiddle. California is an official sanctuary zone. Red dress stated, because the legislature said no, we places the viewer into the abstract. Must interpret the word we. Significance is California state legislature. Non-identification of legislature done to condition. Legislatures exist in multitude of countries. The listener needs to apply and understand that's California state legislature. Reader needs to ponder why the avoidance. Name the entities such as State of California, nor California State Legislature, nor Citizen of California, nor local city councils, nor local city council members, nor local city mayors, citizen of the USA, been stripped of identity, placed part of ours, grouped in with we. If continue in the stupor, we'll have lost the country, are about to live subjected to other authorities. 39 minutes, 4 seconds. Red dress stated. So we have the issue of drugs, which everyone here has spoken about. I don't need and to it. I think we're very clear on the problem. Comes with the drugs. I'll repeat it one more time. So we have the issue of drugs, which everyone here has spoken about. I don't need add on to it. I think we're very clear on the problem. Comes with the drugs. Analyst assessment, completely unacceptable. Subordinate with superior conduct, breach of protocol. Another example, ignorant behavior. More improper interactions with the leader, U.S. President. The intonation placed, the word structure, the use of we. Who is we? Let's look at this, listeners. How could it be stated differently? So we have the issue of drugs. So the United States of America has the issue of drugs, which red dress stated as everyone here has spoken about. The United States has the issue of drugs, which already has been mentioned by many here at the Calexico conference. So, well, before how it should be, what stated red dress. I don't need add on to it. How it should be. So, I don't feel it is necessary to add any other comments to the issue. It's already been covered quite well. Does the listener understand what's being placed? It isn't for the listener to be informed. The listener is being brainwashed with a computer-generated dialogue. 39 minutes, 8 seconds. And them as an individual, now becoming an analyst, they should attempt to do the same. Take the dialogue and remove the we. Place a name. Remove the you. Is it necessary to place a name, or could it be avoided? Again and then again, over again, could be avoided, and same with the we. Oftentimes, a name placed instead of the conditioning word another time mentioned. 39 minutes, 8 seconds, red dress stated. And we're very clear on the financial burden this places on this country. What, the country of California? And on this state. Oh, should have let her finish. And we're very clear on the financial burden this places on this country and on this state. Why wouldn't it be stated? And very clear is the financial burden this places on the United States of America, well as on the state of California. The listener, can they perceive, understand the difference in the two statements? There's a big difference. As analysts, ask what is the intention? Why would such a dialogue be placed? It's quite evident. The authorities are about to break up the U.S. territory. Already have stripped the U.S. citizen of their identity. The statement, this country and this state, Analyst assessment necessary is to use the phrases statement should have been places on the United States, included placed on the state of California. 39 minutes, 14 seconds. Red dress states, when everyone else in the world say this is not a crisis, what I would say to them, Obama's secretary, just I think last week, Jay Johnson, said he cannot imagine how these agents are managing the border. And that is a crisis. So if Jay Johnson can acknowledge it, I would hope that Democrats across this country could acknowledge it as well. Analyst assessment. Anyone who believed red dress performance, viewed as genuine, are not able to identify the subliminal code, are still learning. I mean, once they open their eyes, become aware, it's blatant that the performance is not genuine. It appears as fake. Let's take the statement and assess what was spoken. How could it be placed different? When everyone else in the world, that's an interesting concept, in the world, that's the entire earth, and Yankee Sam's pushing for a global community, one world order. Everyone else in the world say this is not a crisis. How about when everyone in the United States of America terms what is occurring not a crisis? What should be retorted is that, well, and I wouldn't use the sentence. Well, then it goes into Barry. And Barry's name is such as a catchphrase. Takes the mind to the guru, the cult leader, the group. So I don't repeat that name. What I would say to them, well, let's look at the trickery. When everyone else in the world say this is not a crisis, what I would say to them, well, who's them? Everyone? Well, who's in the group of everyone? And which part of the world does she mean? In the entire world? Or just as in general, everywhere inside of the zone, termed the United States of America, many consider home. The ones associated in the group with the presenter. It's a bit confusing. Computer-placed intonation. Many probably emulate the same. Bought the swamp, Phil owned commercial real estate. Statement made red dress. Place name association. Member of the competition, Jay Johnson. Aforementioned name, Johnson J, would matter about the same. Does Barry have a secretary? One for each day? Or a different brief writer? Monday through Friday. What does the maid? Does anything have to say? Bet has a gardener along with a chef. Also could have statements. Secretary is insignificant. Name association made with another reminder. Active is included present, Barry. Another reminder, has a secretary. What, Secretary of State? President Barry? Public chooses to emulate. In turn, also drops names. Methamphetamine addicts, Chatterwhite drop names. Feel as if are important. No such important names. U.S. citizenry, the population, behaves much the same. Reason for the mention. Statement made red dress. Places Barry current, still as if in office. Not viewed as a former, rather someone active, made part of the scene. If not, would be forgotten. Instead, is brought up often. Our one only God. He helps me do this rhyme, line by line. I do give my thanks, along with gratitude, for our Father in heaven. This is the Bigbossjock, momentarily signing off.